In this tutorial, we are going to work with conditional access to create a policy to basically block legacy authentication. I am Cio Rodriguez. In previous videos, we have talked and we have demo conditional access uh, several times. And in the identities pillar, when we're talking about uh, zero trust with Microsoft solutions and services, we talked that one of the things is that it is important for zero trust to disable legacy authentication. Now, what is legacy authentication? Legacy authentication refers to older authentication protocols and methods that don't support modern security features such as multi-factor authentication, conditional access, or modern token-based authentication or OAuth 2.0 and OpenID Connect. These protocols typically rely on basic authentication where usernames and passwords are sent with each request, often without uh, strong encryption or contextual security checks, which are features that are extremely important for zero trust. Examples of legacy authentication protocols include IMAP, POP, old SNTP versions used by older email clients, MAPI over HTTP, and RPC over HTTP, which is the old Outlook Anywhere for those that knows about Microsoft Exchange and email. These are legacy protocols for Outlook connectivity. Older Office clients, such as Office 2010 or earlier. So if you have Office 2010, I hope you do not at this point, those are legacy clients. They don't support modern authentication. They don't support MFA or conditional access, right? Other legacy authentication protocols include basic authentication with Exchange Active Sync, which are used by phone, mobile email clients. Now, why does this matter? Well, first, legacy authentication is a major attack vector, often exploited in password sprayed in brute force attacks. It cannot enforce MFA and also ignores conditional access policies. So Microsoft then recommends, and NIST as well, or NIST and then Microsoft, of course, recommends blocking legacy authentication and enabling only modern authentication to strengthen zero trust. Now, how do we do that? Right? So here I am at entra.microsoft.com. And in Entra, I am now at the conditional access page right here, right? So I'm in the conditional access page. I'm not going to talk in details about some of there's a lot of stuff in conditional access. I have created multiple videos and demos talking about this, and I will continue because conditional access, as we have said before, it's at the heart of zero trust with Microsoft. Right? But what we are going to do is that we are going to create a new policy from templates. So Microsoft has many built-in templates that you could use easily to quickly in anyone who is starting with conditional access, even if you're not starting, my recommendation is that to come here to the templates page and see if whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish can be done with one of these templates. And if so, then hey, your job is very easy. So what I'm going to do again is choose this template. If you want to learn more, you can go and click on more. If you want to look the uh, download the JSON file to see what it does and that. But in this case, I don't really need to do any of that. I have done that before. So that's it. You choose that, and then now you are ready to review and create. So you click on this, everything is done for you. That's what the template is. So the name of the policy is going to be block legacy authentication. The assignments is users and groups, and it include all users in the company. So again, this is one of those things that you don't want to do at the beginning. If you don't know, you need to be sure that there are not legacy protocols and applications in your company, because any of those things that I just mentioned, once you enable this, those applications and tools and users won't be able to connect. So you got to be careful about this. So normally company do this uh, when they have expertise about conditional access, they know how it works, they have already, prepared the environment to do this. Now, one important thing, we talked about this many times, excluded users. So this policy exclude the current user. So normally to do this, you have to be a global admin. Okay, this is not something that can be done by anybody. So the account of the current login user, in this case, my COROD account, will be excluded from that. So that if something happens, I can go in, because I could block myself. Even as a global administrator, uh, conditional access are extremely powerful, and you want to avoid those situations there. Now, the other section is the cloud apps or actions. Well, in terms of cloud apps, we are choosing all apps. As you may remember, if you have watched some of my tutorials before, when we choose cloud apps, we can choose selective apps. We can choose what apps we want to, but in this case, we want to apply this policy to all cloud apps. And then client apps, remember that we talked about for example, if you have Office 2010, that's an old client app, or an old Outlook client, legacy authentication clients, that's will also be doing. And for example, Exchange Active Sync clients, they won't be able to connect and on other clients. In the access control, in the grant section, we want to block access. That's the whole idea. So that's the one that's selected. Then once I'm good with this, I click on create, and voila, that's it. It's done for you. You don't have to do anything. Now, if you had to do this manually, this would take a lot of time and a lot of decisions, and it's just so this templates make you very, very effective. So again, my recommendations to that. Now, I'm not going to do this because I already did. All right. So, but what we're going to do, let's go back to the conditional access plate. So I want to walk out of here, and I'm going to look at the policies. So it says that I have 5 policies enabled, and one of them is on report only mode. If I click on view all policies, let's take a look at this thing. So here are the policy names, and here are the created by. The created by is what I just did. So this is the Microsoft policies that were created. So as part of this template, 4 policies were created. Block legacy authentication, multi-factor authentication for Azure management. Actually, no, that's not quite right. So yesterday I created and used another template that did this. So basically, um, what we are doing over here with legacy authentication, it's basically this one over here. Those other, I think that's one of more that is done by this. But anyway, so the matter of fact is that the policy or policies will be done automatically by Microsoft, and you can see that over there. And then the policies that somebody does manually that are not used with a template, they will say user. So that's where you can see what you have over there. And in this state, you see that all these policies are on. And now you do have a policy that is, um, block legacy authentication, which I did this yesterday. So, but this is only in report mode. And actually, I could, I'm, I'm not really good doing this. And I like to keep this clean. I don't like to have a lot of policies, especially if I'm not going to. So what I'm going to do is that because I don't need this policy anymore, I am going to delete this policy. And that's it. So now instead of five, I only have four policies. Actually, it was still show there, so it may take a little bit to clean up. Okay, so it's gone right now. This is a block exchange acts outside the U.S. This is a policy that I did before. There's one video over there, so if you can take a look at that in my previous tutorials if you want to learn more. But anyway, so this is it for this video. I just wanted to quickly show how to work with conditional access. Conditional access is very powerful, and there's a lot of stuff that we can use within the whole pillars of the zero trust, whether it is identities, the endpoints pillar, the applications, data, um, the infrastructure, the network. So again, conditional access, it's at the heart of zero trust, right? It is the engine, it is the zero trust policy enforcement piece of this whole services and solutions with Microsoft. So having a strong understanding of Microsoft conditional access is a prerequisite to start this journey of zero trust with Microsoft solutions and services. As always, thank you for watching. Um, a favor that I always ask, right? If you think that this is useful, if you like this content, please like it, subscribe to my channel to help me keep on doing this services. I uh, strongly believe that Microsoft can help any company with all these solutions. I have a passion for Microsoft solutions, and that's why I am not a Microsoft employee yet. I hope to be one day. But to be honest with you, but I really understand all these solutions, and I think that um, they are very good. Anyway, so this is not a sales pitch, but I just wanted to lay that out. Hope to see you on my next videos.